Welcome, comic artists and comic fans. I'm Anthony from Albatross Junction. We've got Kevin right here. What's going on, Kev?
Yo, what up, man?
Can you hear me pretty good?
What's going on? Yo, the music was kind of loud just a little minute ago. You just lowered it?
I can lower it if it's too loud. That was my next question, but can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. You don't sound as clear as you usually do. Oh, it's a different mic. It's a different mic.
Different mic. Yeah, let me lower the music a little bit. You sound far away to me.
Nice, sir.
Yeah, you sound pretty far away. But
Hold on. My mic might not be the right mic. Hold up.
Right.
No, it's the right mic. It's the right mic.
Make sure it's like down. You know, sometimes it's like away from you. Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right, good. Yeah, tonight we're gonna do some of our thumbnails for issue 3 of Albatross Junction. Albatross Junction is out right now. Issues 1, issues 2 are in volume 1. That's available on Indiegogo. I don't think the link is in the description.
Yeah. This mic is funky, man. It sounds like you're on the phone.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, the music is a little loud too. It's contending with the mic.
Oh, it's so odd. You know, I have the music down almost to like 5%. That's so odd. It's still too loud.
There we go. That's fucking perfect.
Let me know how I sound too. I thought I was okay last week using this mic, but if it's, you know what, this is what I'll do. I will switch.
What you gonna do, man?
I will switch to the mic on the computer, which is probably better. You'll let me know. Let's do this one.
All right, so I'm going to speak now in a different.
Shit. Yeah, that's punchy as hell. Now you don't even gotta speak that loud. Yeah, you're loud as shit now. This is amazing.
So you still sound very far away, but it could be my equipment.
Nah, you sound fucking. Yeah, you sound much clearer.
All right, good.
I can't move my back. It's crazy. It feels like we never left.
So did you get a chance to look at that new script stuff that
I didn't make it all the way through because I'm like fucking just digging it. I'm kind of digging in. So the first
I only made it up to like 13 or 14, so it's not too much to look through.
Like the beginning had me kind of hyped because I kind of I can visualize it. The only thing I would change is just the order of the scene between Markella and the old woman, and then Droven and we're not calling him Droven yet, right? Like we're not just letting him know that he's Droven yet.
Right, that's just an internal.
Yeah, that's just us.
Something.
So
on the
let's call him. Well, he's John. He's John, right?
Right. He's Jonathan. You want to call him by do you think the mother and father would call him by his full name Jonathan, or
I think they might. They would call him like JJ or some shit like that. You know, like parents like to call their kids fucking cutesy shit, so they might call him JJ or Johnny or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I think we'll give him like a little nickname, little pet name or some shit.
Like
But
JD
check out,
or something.
check out
Oh
my
wow!
idea.
You know,
What?
it can't be JD. Sorry. Go
So
ahead.
check out my idea. So it starts off with them going to the marketplace, right? And she's saying, "Oh, meet me by the by chefs. You know, don't take too long. Come meet me by chefs. Don't get lost. Blah blah blah." And then he goes talks to Calavane, and then we cut back to Markella getting the candle from the old lady, right? I think when she says meet me by chefs, we should show him running away. She encounters the old lady. The old lady gives her the thing, blah blah blah. Thank you so much, appreciate it. Then we cut to him and Calavane, and then remember we were talking about how can we like show Calavane's thinking about training him. The note I made was Calavane. He could walk in on Calavane saying like, "Hey, what's up? Like Johnny, how you doing? Well, give me a second here. I'm trying to trap like a frost rat or some shit." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "This fucking thing's been bothering me all week." And then they go into their conversation that you have. And at the end of their conversation, like, Caliban could be just talking like, "Yo, let your father train you," and then fucking little Johnny just like smack something down and be like, "Yo, but yo, you got a garbage bag?" Like he just fucking cat caught it with his bare hand, quick. You know what I mean? And Caliban could just be looking at him like, "Oh shit!" And then we could cut to page 4 to that same face but younger, and now he's talking to little Donovan.
Okay, I'm on there. I'm at that spot in the script.
Yeah. That's fine.
I just want to.
I like the exchange with Caliban and little Donovan too.
So like page 2, I'm just trying to find like where the. Wait a second here. That doesn't look right.
Are you in the script?
Yeah, I'm in the script here.
Yeah.
All right, page 1, Quantum Heights is with Markella, the mother.
You can see my notes and shit.
Yeah. Okay, so we got there. Can I go see Calavane? Okay,
yeah,
so
you
after
see my first note.
Well, I see it says, "Yo, let's give."
Yeah, so what I'm saying is this, and this is gonna work. And I'm thinking about this because it's gonna work in a few ways. I think if Calavane talks to little Johnny, right, and he says, "Yo, look, we're safe here, we're alone here. Like, activate your sound, like your speech modulator, your module, whatever the fuck." And then you see Johnny like doing some shit, and he's just like talking, and he's like, yeah, he's talking kind of clearly and precise. You know what I mean? And I think that'll show that Calavane is kind of like already his go-to guy. That they have their own little history where they do shit together, like in sneaky type shit. It'll show that fucking little Johnny is capable of making shit happen. It'll show little Johnny could keep a fucking secret and he could have his own little secret life. And it just shows that fucking Calavane is just a cool ass teacher. Like he's okay with like showing you some tricks here and there. You know what I mean? And then we cut back to Donovan, and now people will start thinking, "Oh, this is the same dude that taught Donovan. So what the hell did he teach Donovan?" You know what I'm saying? I think that kind of paints Calavane in that light where he's been fucking kind of aiding these kids for decades. He just helps them become see their true powers manifest.
Yeah, I have an idea when you just said
I missed this playlist.
When you were just talking about Droven getting the speech correction thing through technology, what if it's like one of the first signs of like, and Donovan doesn't know this. Our main character Donovan like doesn't know this because his son is doing this kind of behind his back, or when he's not really around that much. So it's not really they're trying to keep it a secret. It just happens to be he's not really around. So a lot of the stuff that the kids do and whoever does at Quantum Heights is, Donovan's not always seeing this. But what if Droven has the same abilities as Donovan, kind of, with technology? So he's able to, maybe through the suit that he wears, maybe he's going to get this Quantum Heights guard suit.
Yeah.
And something about it initiates his nanos, or he tunes something up, like you're saying, and it's maybe his own hemobites that are able to kind of configure, but he doesn't keep it in that mode all the time, just to kind of keep his sort of Bruce Wayne persona going. He can you know, his alter ego, he just keeps it the same. Maybe he's that smart, you know, to be like, I'm just gonna let them all think that what you see is what you get, and then you know, something more than meets the eye to this person.
To paint, what up, Felicia Primer? What up? I didn't see last week's. Well, you were showing those kids fighting last week, right? No, so it's not those kids. It's different kids.
Okay, so let me tell
Let's call him Johnny though. Let's call him Johnny though. Let's keep calling this guy Johnny though.
Okay, Johnny. So, but let me tell Felicia what happened real quick from last week. So last week we had I don't know where that drawing is right now, but we had the proposed page 1 to issue 3. But what we actually did, Kevin and I had a meeting where we switched some stuff around. We actually moved the opening to issue 3 to be the opening of issue 4. So when you guys saw that last week of you know, the kids out there playing, that's going to actually be the start of issue 4 now. So we're still using that page, but it's just going to be moved to the next issue, kind of have a different way to start issue 3, more exciting. So Kevin kind of came up with like a more exciting way to kick off issue 3, and so that's what mode we're on right now. It actually, funny enough, starts with 2 kids, but it's a little bit more complicated.
Just different kids. But yeah, man. So you know how we kind of want little John to be like on the spectrum and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think Caliban gotta talk to him as if he's giving them directions on how to, like, even how to react and how to speak. You know what I mean? Like he's like, yo, you know when you're here, you can do this here, blah blah blah. Like, oh, you can't do this in front of mommy, you can't do this in front of daddy type deal. You know what I mean? Like remember, like you like you know, he has to talk to him a different way because he's not, you know. I
mean, I kind of see it maybe as a simpler exchange there. Like maybe when Caliban and Johnny are discussing this technology that allows Johnny to like not stutter and not have speech impediment and kind of think clearly and stuff like that. Maybe he questions Johnny right then and there simply, like, so, you know, are you gonna like use this all the time, or are you gonna go home this way?
Yeah.
And maybe leave it up to Johnny to respond, to say maybe, or maybe he says no. You know
what I want to do too? I want to, as a character trait, I want to show him being distracted all the time. Like his conversation has to be all over the place. Like when Caliban's talking, he's like, you know, did you practice what I showed you last week? He's like, yeah, I practiced a little bit. Like, you got bread? You got any bread? You got any bread saved? Like, you got any more of that meat left? You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, I got some. Like things like he'll like, you know, Johnny, like, keep focused. Did you practice that? Show me what you practiced. He's like, yeah, I practiced. Oh, I learned how to tie my shoes in this other way, like the soldiers do. It's like, yo, like yeah, Johnny. He's like, yo, Johnny, like focus. You know what I'm saying? Like a real, like a young kid, like a child.
All right, yeah. So if we show it right there that he has this like ADHD thing,
yeah, like that's his
characteristic.
Yeah, that's his characteristic. Freddie Douggs, what up, man? Yeah, man. I think that'd be fire. I think that'd be fire. So, yo, are you hell bent on thumbnailing any of these little guys, or what? What do you?
Yeah, like I say, like what did you read up to? Or did you have any ones that you for sure want a thumbnail, and then we can discuss?
Well, I kind of
start it.
I kind of just want to draw a Caliban, see what's going on with him.
Yeah. Go ahead. You want to do like a character study on Caliban? Now, are you going to do Caliban like 30 years ago, or are you going to do Caliban?
I'll do him how we see him now, and kind of how he could look younger. Primal's asking if you told me about some dude last week. What happened last week?
Let me see. Did you tell Kev about the one guy last week? No, Kev, you didn't watch the space or the stream?
Nah, man.
Chuck Lee came on. He's someone in some Comicsgate chats I see, and I guess he didn't really like the art. But you know, he didn't give it a chance. He only gave it about 3 minutes. So I don't think 3 minutes was enough, and it was just a sketch.
His name is Chuck Lee.
That's the YouTube name.
He was trying to get funny. He was trying to be funny, be a funny guy.
Well, he kind of popped in and just said he didn't like the art. I mean, that's the first person that came in and said they didn't like the art, and then left. And I mean, he should have stayed. I thought we did some cool stuff. Where is that piece of art? I will show you guys. Let me switch my camera.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Oh yeah. Chuck Lee.
You got to give it a little bit of a chance. This is Comic Book Creation Live. We showed the making of a comic book, and sometimes that stage is not the most exciting stage.
Yeah, it's always an ugly stage. It's always an ugly stage.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, okay. So maybe it's
Caliban look.
It could be in the folder I brought to you today. Let me see. Some of that stuff I showed you today was funny. Those old pieces of art.
No, those two that I pulled out,
near 30 years ago,
are the fucking greatest. Those are the greatest. I'm telling you, man, those are the fucking greatest. Those two you fucking showed. Those two I pulled up. Those are sick. I'm telling you, man, you can get away with doing that today. Just there's a market for that shit. I promise you.
Yeah, I got a little farther on this page. Did some inking on it. Kev, how clear does that look to you? Because I can actually adjust my camera if it looks that all blurry. I have a
no, it looks good. I can see it. It looks good. Yeah,
because on the StreamYard, like when you're looking through StreamYard and I'm looking at the preview, it's always blurry no matter what. So that's why I have to ask. Like I can't see it. I don't have a preview that is like actually clear. So this was like inspired by Starry Night, where the clouds kind of start out calm up here. The way I inked it was, inspired by Vincent van Gogh, and then here the sky kind of kicks up in the middle as the kids are playing. This is kind of a pulled back shot where you actually see the kids playing here with their Lumilight swords, which are like glowing swords, play swords. They don't hurt each other. And then it's very tumultuous down below here as a couple seconds later, we see that there's actually like lightning striking through. So I was going to do, I still am doing it, but going to be for issue 4. There's going to be like this tumultuous Starry Night style sky, and then there's going to be like lightning through it to indicate, anybody that looked at issue 1, issue 2, what happens when lightning strikes the sky. In Albatross, there's like a beast that comes running through. So, anyway, so this is for the next issue. And what we're going to do in issue 3, and what we're going to show you guys tonight, is how to put together successful thumbnails. Because the only way to get to a really, dynamic and dominating page is to have a really, really good thumbnail to go off of. And if you don't have a thumbnail to go off of, there's not going to be as much movement, probably. There's not going to be, there could maybe be a lot of erasing, as you kind of play around. When you get it right in the thumbnail, you're going to get it right on the actual page. So like we've got this book here that Kevin and I have worked out, like issue 1 and 2 already as we put those together, and our thumbnails here really, really rang true for the actual final page. Like when we look close, we can tell, we really had to stick to the thumbnail to get the most like dynamic page. Usually was what we found from doing this process over and over. So like for instance, this one right here, if you guys are familiar with the boxing page, some of these are just gestures, and when we're working together, Kevin and I really know like what these gestures mean, as far as the different clothes our characters are wearing. Like we work so close together, we know we don't have to get too detailed on the thumbnail. It's just for placement of the characters. Now, in this book, a lot of what I did and what I'll do for issue 3 is I have the proposed thumbnail at the top of these squares, and at the bottom would be like a revisionist thumbnail if we were to come up with something different. So, but a lot of these kind of stayed the same. Even like our space scene where the characters introduced is really just a gesture right here. It's even hard to see, but that was ended up being one of the most detailed pages in Albatross Junction Volume 1. These pages, as Kevin could probably tell, look a lot like the final pages of Albatross. So it's really imperative that you do a thumbnail. So that's what we're going to work on. We're going to work on thumbnails for the next issue, for issue 3. So I've actually got some issue 4 thumbnails already started. Let's get to issue 3. This is going to be my issue 3 thumbnail section. Now Kevin's going to do some thumbnails from some pages that he wants to thumbnail. You know, we're both artists doing this book, so Kevin gets to, you know, ink when he wants to, or we can kind of go back and forth. And that's what we did in the first volume. I mean, Kevin did a whole issue, and then I did a lot of the first issue. You know. Kevin came up with the thumbnails for a lot of the pages in my issue in volume 1, because when we did volume 1, we had a lot of pages in issue 1, so one person couldn't do it all.
Yo, I gotta fire Caliban, boy. I gotta fire Caliban, boy.
It all worked out so nice. We decided to do it thrice.
Caliban,
I have an idea for that
boy.
For that opening. I just have to make sure it doesn't conflict with the thing you just said about the change. The part with Donovan's wife and Donovan's son, as they're like kind of, I guess that's page 1. Let me go back to the script though. Back to the script. So, you know, one of the most delicate things to do is to do the thumbnails. You really have to have the script open. So that's what I have open on my screen. You guys can't see it, but it's open, and I'm going to look at the new page 1. It takes place in Quantum Heights. That's like our city in our story, our biggest city. It has, you know, fake suns. So in our city, in our world, there's no more sun, but some places have sun satellites. So that's like, this place is going to look like a normal place, you know, sort of, but it's because it's going to have sunlight and stuff, but in a normal place in our world, there's no sunlight at all. Oh yeah, I forgot about this part. Primal said, okay, so Kev, that guy, he said, oh, he just goes, I can draw 10 times better than you all, and then dips out. Yeah, so it's like, show the receipts. Bring something.
It's probably a kid.
Something. Yeah. They're mad. They mad. I'm jealous.
What you mad at, boy?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I also don't doubt it. I see people that are better all the time.
What you doing with it, boy?
Oh, Freddie says when you're too good, they hate.
They hating. Motherfuckers is hating.
Progress. Hey, you're seeing it from blank to something. So there's going to be some ugliness in between. Like I have an idea for when the soldiers face their spears at the woman. That's not quite page 1. Let me look. So, Kev, did you already change, like, move anything around? Because it looks like...
No, I just made notes.
Because it looks like, okay, so it switches from, like, Markella, and then, like you said, Johnny, like, kind of runs away. And then we could switch to this, like, scene where Calavane is sitting in this sunlit room on the 2nd level. Okay. I don't remember that all being in page 1, even though I just, like, recently wrote this.
Oh, you want to see my old Calavane?
Yeah.
Check him out. Check him out. Check my boy out. It's old Calavane. See this? He got like one white eye that's been like fucking scarred and mutilated. You know what I'm saying? Got a man bun.
He could be like that, like a samurai.
Yeah. Like he's like skinny and fucking sunken in face and shit. He's got like one of those capes that go over one shoulder and shit. You know what I'm saying? He's looking real crazy. But you can see how one eye's white because it's just like dead. See it? This eye on this side.
Oh yeah, looks like someone from a Star Wars video game.
Looks crazy. Looks crazy. So I'm gonna draw the younger version. See if that works.
I've got a younger version right here.
What up? What up?
Mundo, what up, man?
How you doing, buddy?
What's happening? How you been, bro?
Busy, broski, bro. Busy.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
And I know you've been hitting the paint pretty hard, man. But man, loving the art, bro.
Thank
loving
you.
the
Thank
art.
you, sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh man. I'm gonna draw this dude.
Who you? What's the name of the guy y'all working on right now?
Calavane.
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 That's a cool ass name, dude. Yeah.
And got a whole list of names. And got a whole list of names the way the government got a list of hurricane names. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. Fred, what up, Fred? What up, Felicia?
I got a roster of people ready to be born. Freddie says, dope. Can't wait.
Dope on a rope.
Felicia says, congrats, Kev, on the exhibit. I don't know if you saw that yet.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Freddie says, one dead eye.
One dead eye, bro.
Dead eye.
Got a dead eye.
I was playing Red Dead. That's what they call like the Matrix motions in Red Dead. Dead eye. You go into like time slow down.
Matrix is a shit.
You shoot people.
I mean, Red Dead is a shit. It's the shit, man. It's the shit.
Mundo would like it. There's like all types of landscapes to go over and hunt in.
Oh hell yeah!
And
anything to hunt in. Oh yeah.
You ever play Red Dead, Mundo? Nope.
I think he froze. Oh no, he's back.
Who froze?
Mundo,
oh well.
Did you freeze?
No, everything. Well, I don't know because everything just went like with circles for just a second, dark, and then it came back like half.
Oh.
I realized today in the game Red Dead they don't have a groundhog.
They don't.
They have squirrels, rabbits, skunks, rats.
Whoa, that's pretty trippy there.
Possums.
My phone's getting possessed.
They have lots of animals, just no.
There's no groundhog.
My goodness.
Mundo might be on a delay. Mundo, if you maybe leave and come back, it might fix whatever.
It might fix it? All right. Let me try that. I shall be back.
Pop back in.
Yep. I shall be back.
Oh, I got an idea for Johnny. Maybe this will be an inset. Let's see, Mundo's back here.
Let's see. Maybe that'll work.
Mundo, finish this. 1, 2.
Buckle my shoe.
3,
Mundo,
4.
finish this. 1, 2.
You said buckle. Kev already said it.
All right, we're way behind.
No, he's just trying to get your timing down.
Oh, he's trying to get the time in it. Oh,
Yeah,
finish this. 1, 2.
3, 4.
Okay, well, it's like maybe 3 seconds behind.
3 seconds behind?
No, I think he's good.
Possibly.
Wow.
I think Mundo's good.
Okay. This is Mundo's hour.
It's the Mandalorian. Getting all scruffy. I'm fixing to look like Chewbacca, man. I go this out anymore. Shit. Look at that. Of course, I can't talk like him, but yeah.
So this is like my page I'm working on is like page 1 I decided to show. And I think the first thing we could see is a shot of the city. Like Kev, I could do a really detailed like shot of Quantum Heights, kind of like we saw in issue 1, but from the up, like angling down rather than down angling up. And we'll try to show this quadrata area, which is like a quad in the Quantum Heights where people do their shopping and they're they're out there enjoying the sunlight, which like no one has except for them.
That sounds interesting. Quadrata area.
Yeah, in between like the streets and stuff, there's running water, so it's a little bit like Venice, but it's like the sidewalks have like running water because they're melting ice with the sunlight, and then they have these channels, so it's like very luxurious for these people to walk around in a normally frozen environment with like running water down the street and stuff. It's like really pretty. So we'll have it like sparkling and.
Oh wow!
I'm actually going to put that in the thumbnail. I'm going to put like little sparkle things because I have idea of like the light could be reflecting off of the water. So as I do my thumbnail, I'm going to write that like water reflection, water lighting.
Cool.
And Mundo, whatever happened to the to your builds?
To my what?
Yeah, sabers.
Oh, he was showing them.
I'm working on one right now, actually, man. I just put in the recharge port a couple of nights ago, right here. So I got like all the wires sticking out right here, and I'm fixing to get the rice port going here in a minute. I wired up a rice port, but the rice port that I end up getting, what I thought was the right size, was a little bit too big for what I had originally planned, and so I had to go back and find the smaller size of rice port. Oops, and I just dropped it. Find the smaller size of the rice port so that I can wire it up tonight and get that done. So, but yeah, I mean it's looking all right. It's getting there. Yeah,
Good.
got my pins in right here on this side, and I think Space, I had already showed you how the board was going to be right in the on that little piece. Yeah, so right here I hadn't wired anything yet.
Oh my god, that's so compact.
Yeah, it is, right? So it fits right into the rib section, like really easy, man. Look at that. Look at that. Like it's perfect. And this was done by Smuggler's Outpost, man. Albert Flores. Thank you.
Great.
If he's watching, man, Albert, thank you, man.
Love the weathering. He did the weathering on that, you're saying?
Oh, on the weathering on this.
Yeah, like on that grenade section.
No, man, I just had it painted kind of like a smoky black.
Oh, that looks cool. I like that. That's like my favorite look to saber parts.
Yeah. Well, you remember this. This was my friend's memory saber. So I just now got that piece for the board, so I can finally wire everything up. So that's what I'm gonna be working on right now, is to wiring everything up and getting everything the way it's supposed to. And then, but before I lock everything down, like you told me, test everything before, because then they'll know whether I need to, get another board or something in there.
Yo, check out Young Calavane. Yo, so this is old guy. This is old Calavane, right?
Yeah.
And this is the young bastard right here.
Oh yeah.
Right?
So did he lose his eye when he was like young, or he lost it like
I
later
think
on
his eye
when he
was
was
just.
older?
I think he lost his eye before like any of them knew him. You know what I mean? Like he's been through some
You know,
shit.
I kind of have
Yeah,
this
like
idea
he's
that like I
like
have
he's a
this idea
warmonger.
that older Calavane has more weight on him. What do you think? Like
Yeah, he could
maybe
be
like
fatter.
Oh
the
yeah, of
uncle
course.
in Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make him chubbier.
Like some samurais have those like bigger guts.
Yeah.
That would work for me.
Kind of like, what's his name, Yojimbo.
It's an easy fix. It's an easy fix.
An easy fucking fix.
It's an easy. It's a real easy fucking fix. It's an easy fucking fix.
It's like the real life version of Easy Fix.
Oh, space. Which reminds me, jeez. Man, where's my brain, dude? I ended up, I meant to text you the other day that I went to a gem show and I found me some pretty decent kyber crystals, man.
Oh wow!
Check these out, dude. Look at these.
Did you try snorting them?
They wouldn't fit up my nose, bro. They wouldn't fit up my nose. But yeah,
those are awesome.
I'm gonna send you a couple of these, man, for some sabers, dude.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
we'll work them into some sabers. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you some pieces, man. So I got about. Ooh, you could probably fit I'll send you about 3, man. You could fit 3 into, or maybe 2 into 1 saber, however you want to do it, and then 1 on 1 saber. Yeah. So also, oh man, where are those other ones too? Shoot. Check these out too, man. I got I got quite a few crystals from the gem show. And it's one of my favorites right here. This one is like an actual, like, almost.
Wow, that's perfect. Yeah.
Perfect kyber, man.
Like perfect double-sided one where you don't need to hide one side. Like sometimes you need to hide, one side of it.
Right. Yeah. And so these here, I gotta find some more of these, but man, I got 2 of these for $1 pretty much. So it was a good buy for this one, man. Good buy.
Primal says Kev posted another 2 things on TikTok.
Oh, I gotta check him out. No,
he's talking about you, right? Oh,
no. He said he posted more drawing. Yeah, I'm gonna check him out.
Freddie says they hate because the universe is about to be a classic.
Oh, this universe is about to be a classic. I hope so, sir.
Awesome.
Yo, check out. I made him chubby. Look.
See, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And so you know what though? Could I make a suggestion for like a longer beard situation in the older one?
He looking like me a little bit, man. He looking like me a little bit.
Like the
I'm honored.
he might even have some little like braids going because he's so old.
Yeah.
I don't know, like some
Gimli action.
sideburns, some really nasty
Gimli.
sideburns.
Ooh, even some skin burns, like on the hands or something.
For my panel that or for my page that I'm working on, like I did 2 more panels. Like I think what I want to show is Markella and the 2 kids. Markella is Donovan's wife. We see her once in the first issue. We have Johnny, Donovan's son, who we see in the first issue, and the little girl, I forget her name, right here. And then I want to show like behind her as she walks down the street, even though it's like sunny. We'll put a little sun right here. Even though it's sunny and nice, she's got her Quantum Heights guard right there. The Quantum Heights guard she's basically like the first lady. So as she walks around, because Donovan's almost like the president over here. And then the little son asks for something, and she's there. Now, I don't know if I want to put her in that panel, but for now, I put her there as a placeholder because I have a similar. I don't like to do things over and over the same way, and I feel like I have a similar panel in issue 1, so I don't want to like repeat that. It might just be Johnny in that panel, and then the ending of this page, or I think I could fit a couple more panels here where Droven runs off. Let's say maybe we have a hold away shot where Johnny runs off, and then see, I want to fit Caliban on this page, but do I have enough space here? Yeah, maybe I do.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Oh yeah, there we go. More, yeah, I like the beard. And then you know what? I mean, you got it in pencil right now, so that
it looks like the
younger.
same dude, right? 30 years younger.
Yeah,
now he's like a fucking 70-year-old killer.
Right? Did he have both eyes in the 30-year older one, or
no?
No,
So he's missing one there, and he's already missing it.
He's already missing it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, because they need a characteristic that makes him easily recognizable, so that could be his. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe that's what we show. Like, Kev, I'm thinking stylistically, now that you draw that, we were talking about the red and black in the Caliban and Donovan flashback scene. So we're going to show a scene where this guy who Kevin's drawing here is like training our main character, but like 30 years ago as he was a kid. And I'm kind of thinking now in this red-black panel setup that we're thinking of doing there, maybe that's what glows white or something. His one eye, that fake eye.
That could be dope.
Maybe that's like the only thing that's white on those pages,
So and I say when he's talking to Johnny, it could be like an upgraded eye, like where it's like just a light. And when we go back to Donovan, it could just be just like the scar, like it's not that old. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like better yet for the visuals for the reader is like maybe like his regular eye, his human eye, being that they have nanotech in this future world and everything, and the hemobites is in their blood. They have all this tech. Like his real eye could be like kind of glowing white, and then so when we see the little boy Donovan in those scenes, we know that it's him because he has both eyes glowing a little bit to show that maybe it's infrared. I don't know.
Right.
That's a possibility.
We'll make it happen, Mike.
Make it happen, Captain.
Mike.
So I'm thinking here, this book that I'm working on is set up for manga. The proportion of a comic book page is actually a little longer. So in this panel here, I'm gonna do Johnny running away. He's gonna be running this way, but we want the reader's eye to flow in the page. So let me actually zoom in a little bit more here. I can raise my table. You could let me know if this goes blurry, you guys, as I rise up. But all right, I'm getting closer to the thumbnail here, but I want you to see that the way I angled the city for this shot, the main thoroughfare, the main street goes this way. Another part of the quadrata angles this way. So these are like arrows and trails for your eyes to follow. So there's a reason for that, right? For this angle that I want the reader's eye then to go down the street toward Markella, who's going to be this woman walking toward the camera. She's got her kids. And then we have Johnny looking up this way. I want the reader's eye to be contained on the page, not to fall off the page here. So we want it to bounce it back. Johnny talking to his mom. Then we're going to come down the page, but I want the reader's eye to flow down again so we can have the running occur that way. So the very end of the page would be kind of the reveal, maybe in a silhouette of the character who Kevin's drawing. So it's going to be basically the reveal of that character is like he's sort of there on page 1 of issue 3. Then when we turn the page, we'll see page 2 and Caliban will be there like in all its glory.
Dude, that sounds cool, man. I like the idea of the silhouette going first.
Yeah, like because he's kind of sitting there in like an Indian style thing. Like, you know who I was thinking of for this too, and I don't know if I think Kevin knows who we talk, because we've talked about him before on the show where we mentioned Adrian Paul, and it's kind of funny because we have a character in our story called Adriana Paul. But me and Mundo talk about Adrian Paul, who's a Highlander actor from 20 years ago, and this is Caliban. When I think of Caliban, I think Adrian Paul.
Dude,
sort of,
that's awesome.
Just because he had the samurai quality to him in that TV show, I thought, and that's what he practices like in real life, like sword fighting.
His actual style of martial arts is Hungar.
That's Kevin's style of eating.
Hungar. Hungar the barbarian.
So I'm thinking on this bottom panel here is I'm going to show like it's almost like a Jedi temple situation, Mundo, where like we have like stone. It's on like the second floor. We've got stone, maybe windows there with the light coming through. And
cool.
So we'll have like a really cool kind of dusty scene where like a monk looking scene there where we have him in Indian style or something like that where this kid has, and like this panel here is basically just going to be like the building that Caliban is in, or that.
Yeah, hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Right.
Maybe
that's cool.
Maybe Johnny's going up the stairs or something like that is what we see.
So that temple type thing where he's going up the stairs. Now, how many levels is that temple gonna be? Kind of like 2 levels, 3 levels, maybe?
Like a lot of these buildings here that are going to be in the top panel, we've been trying to illustrate in the first issue too, but it's kind of hard because there wasn't much shown of these buildings. There's not much shown here, but I hope to do a little more here where we're going to see how kind of broken down some of these buildings are. So this is like, maybe it's a 4-story building, but it's like partially broken down and busted up. And only some of the buildings in Quantum Heights, like only some of the buildings in this city are kind of like really glitzy and nice. So those are the ones we focused on in issue 1 in that like tribute scene where
there would be an irony if you were to only do like a 3 level right there, and then everything else is like super high, right? So
yes,
and you have it in Quantum Heights, so it'd be kind of an irony where you have like such a small building. People are like, "What the fuck? It's called Quantum Heights. What is this short piece of shit doing like there?"
It is. That's exactly how I mentioned, like, or how I picture it. Mundo captured it right there, where it's like this piece of shit building, kind of in the midst of like Quantum Heights Center, where nobody really looks, nobody really paying attention, but this guy is sitting there, and it's like Kevin knows that a lot of the buildings in Quantum Heights they're broken down, they're pretty messed up. But it's
so
like
they're kind of like a forgotten place.
Buildings. Yeah, like in issue 4, see why part of the, and I didn't even totally explain this to Kevin yet, but part of the reason why Markella and Johnny and the little daughter, they're out. It's almost like Donovan is supposed to be here this evening, basically, because there's a new building opening. It's like a big deal in this city when they kind of revise or like revitalize a building, because it's like dilapidated piece of shit city, basically, that they're bringing back to life, like one building at a time. So this material light, or this stuff that we use in our world, it's called like lumen light or material light. It's like the Green Lantern material that people talk about when they see it in our comic. It's like a light controlled by your mind that can conform into different things. It's part technology, part like hologram. So that form, like, that is a hard substance. So like it could form a shield. We use it in our story to form a shield and to form weapons, but it also can form buildings and structures. So, if you have enough power, like almost no one does, but Quantum Heights does. But if you have enough power, you could support funding or a functioning Lumilight or Material Light building, complete building. So there's a building opening we're going to see in issue 4. That's the reason why this family's out there that day doing a little shopping. Later on that day, they mean to basically meet up with Donovan. They're going to see this building opening. In issue 4, we're going to see that other people take credit for the building opening that Donovan is supposed to be there, actually getting the credit for, because he's actually the one that did all the stuff to get it open. But Donovan's not there, and we'll be flipping back and forth between Albatross Junction and Quantum Heights, seeing what's going on in Quantum Heights. As we move through the comic, going back and forth. So at this stage, we got this little opening scene where we're going to see a little more Quantum Heights, and we're going to see like some of the bad, some of the good in these first couple pages. But we'll see a little bit of it, like each issue, probably.
Yeah, I like what Felicia is saying. Maybe something with UV light that as a sun source, like how they do for preemies. That's funny.
How Kevin gave Calavane a dad bod. Yeah, we actually don't know if he's a dad. We're trying to talk about that.
Hey, the dad bod's in right now, man. That's the.
Because Calavane is
I'm doing page 5, FYI.
Okay. I'll make a note of that in my book right here.
Yeah, Rain Bright. You're right. The beard on him looks cool, dude.
Rain Bright with it. Rain Bright.
What's going on, Rain Bright? I didn't notice Rain Bright was here.
I can't see the chat at all because I got the script in front of me, so I'm not ignoring anybody. I just don't see it. And plus, I'm on a 13-inch laptop, so I don't got that big ass screen anymore. I'm not being a dick. I'm not ignoring nobody. I just don't see it right now.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing mine right now. Primo, what up, Primo?
Kev, you have any photos of those paintings you did for those commissions?
Oh, I got 1,000 photos.
Dude, they're on his Instagram.
And he had some stuff on there. I don't know if that was Instagram you were showing me.
Yeah, Primo, that's on his Instagram, bro. You can see him on there too.
Kevin needs like a really snazzy website.
I need a site.
Freddie Dove says maybe he trained Lauren Moore Bauer 550 and Cream. I don't know.
Those are his characters. Those are his characters.
Oh, okay.
Red.
That'd be sick. Calavane is a beast.
That would be funny.
Freddie says dope pick. Let me look at what page 5 is. I kind of finished page 1. Let me see. We'll see. He already I don't like that though. Like I gotta fix that because he's already talking to. Well, actually, no, that could happen because maybe he's in this Indian style kind of talking to. All right, because there is a line there and I didn't know. Yeah. All right. Well, let me see where Kevin's at with page 5. Oh, okay, so it's a Calavane, but a different Calavane of 30 years ago, kneeling down by a large imprint in the snow. Oh no, Donovan's kneeling down. Calavane is there over him. Calavane says, "Good." They both looking through an infrared type of visual device. Let's see. All right, so there's more dialogue here. Donovan notices a smaller print near the larger ones in the snow. Calavane says, interesting. Donovan says, what? Those markings, they seems the mother is teaching a young one how to hunt. And Donovan says, ironic, because Donovan's actually out learning how to hunt via Calavane. Calavane says, the hunters are sometimes the hunted, such is life, Donovan. So that's how we know that we're looking at Donovan, because of that line there. Over the ice formation, that's the direction those tracks lead. And then they're actually learning like martial arts at the same time. That's kind of how this world works. Like when they have to be like true survivors, you know. There's danger around the corner in this world. So before the hunt commences, Calavane asks to see a certain martial arts form called Form Omega. Donovan says, at a time like this here, and Calavane says, it's a perfect time to center yourself. You know, this page seems like it could be
Omega.
A lot
That
of...
sounds cool.
Like, this is a weird one where it seems it could be a lot of panels or it could be few panels. It seems like it could be 2 or 3 panels, or it could be 11 panels, you know, this page.
Yeah, page 4 isn't much at all. There's not much on page 4 at all. So I'm gonna I'm switching up page 5 to have like more than page 4 would.
So like page 4, you know, you could have, you know, more of a big panel if you wanted to. There's not a whole lot, and like, I mean, you know, it depends. I could see page 5 being like a dynamic big panel as well, with like that dialogue would work, or it could be like lots of smaller panels. But it is nice to get that stuff out of the way in the thumbnail, to kind of think through that. In the thumbnail, try to figure that stuff out. Like, I'm kind of realizing as I'm doing this thumbnail for page 1 that like it's like the page 1 info is like potentially like overflowing a little bit, but I think it's okay. Like, I think it's working. But there's always the opportunity when you're doing a thumbnail to kind of spill over or pull something. If it's not the right break, you can kind of pull something from the page. But I always like to try to make a break in the dialogue as it's like it's something interesting. So, you know, something that makes you want to turn the page. That's the whole reason for like laying out the dialogue. If you are lucky enough to be able to lay out the dialogue as well as draw it. Primal says, I really need to make an Insta, honestly.
Yeah, Primal.
Yeah, I'm surprised. You know what you could do, Primal? This is like how you could do it without like too much work. Like, since you say you're on, you know, you've prepared all your TikTok stuff. Like, what you do is you just grab those videos that they like, you know, because they save them to your phone as soon as you make them, and then you just post those to Instagram. I see people do that all the time, where like you could kind of tell because it says TikTok on a little like icon, but a lot of people just like funnel their stuff right over to Instagram. Felicia says, Primal needs an IG and I need a TikTok.
I've done a couple,
you know,
of
Felicia, you'd have fun on TikTok. Like, it's one of those, you know, things where those like shorts type videos will just like roll through, and you'll get lost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Says, what's up with Ragtoe? Yo, we have the best idea for introducing Bomag, and it's basically, it starts next issue, so it starts in issue 4, where we're going to have our first imagery of Bomag Ragtoe, and then in issue 5, Bomag opens his eyes. That's actually the cover of issue 5, is Bomag's eyes opening. So I really can't wait to do that. I'm so excited. The way Kevin came up with this, I think Kevin thought of this. What we came up with, the way to kind of like see Bomag for the first time, and it's just rad. I can't wait to see it. There's going to be some like hidden clues in the art in that one, and it's going to be like a really nice reveal, kind of a monochromatic icy reveal of Bomag. Primal says, I can't wait for y'all to see the next drawing I'm currently doing. I got challenged to draw this image from a dumb Star Wars meme I found. Great! I can't wait. I can't wait. When do you think you're gonna post it? Like Friday?
Yeah, I want to see it.
I'll look. I'll look. Totally into Star Wars stuff. I love people who draw Star Wars art, but you know, on Instagram and stuff, I'm just, you know, it's just crazy to see all the comic art on Instagram too. It's crazy.
You know,
you get to see people's like processes, like the color version, the pencil. It's just like never before have we been able, never before have we been able to see so much from so many different artists. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But you know, that's what makes the world go round too, of the variety of artists and variety of things that we are able to see, and that's kind of cool. Yeah. I love to see the different drawings from different people, and those that draw the same thing but a different way. You never get to see any of those type of things when somebody tries to draw the same thing, but they can't exactly get the same imagery that other people are looking for. If you know what I mean.
A lot of times Superman doesn't look right. You know, with some artists, like sometimes Superman doesn't seem right. That's a hard one to get like powerful looking, and sometimes Batman doesn't seem right depending. Those bigger
well, I mean,
but
even
I love
Wolverine.
that about comics, that you could see the different artists drawing the same. You know, you could see 1,000 different people draw Spider-Man. You know, in the world of Albatross, like we kicked it off with 2 different artists, like in the first volume. So we had that different flavors. Oh, I got a good idea for this opening panel here. I know the shape of this panel is not going to be like super dynamic because it's just.
Hang on, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yep. I'm going to do this close up of Calivane's eyes with like Calavane in the foreground and Droven in the way back. I think that'd be cool. That'll be a good way, actually, because this is the first time we're going to see Calavane close up, so this will be a good way to see that eye. Which eye is the damaged eye?
His left.
Okay, got it. Yeah, I have some panels and some pages. I have one page in particular with one panel on it that is like inspired by Layfield in this issue. I can't wait to get to that one. Like I already had the idea for it in one of the pages. I wrote it in the script. I'm like, this should be like Layfield. This should look like Layfield. All right, so we'll do a close-up of Calavane, and then we have he's talking to Johnny in the background. Little Johnny walked in. Maybe he's got, you see these windows in the background. Stone like broken down, some broken down cinder block type stone. Maybe some sunlight coming through, some dust. Sometimes, you know, when you're doing your thumbnail, like you want to place the word bubbles in there. That's what I do when I'm like really getting detailed about it. So when I see, I hope that's not my entire internet. Okay, the song got frozen for a second. Hopefully that wasn't the video itself. So sometimes you want to, you know, find out how much word bubbles there actually is going to be and place those in. So I think we're losing the music off of some internet malfunction. Like, why is it doing that? Let's lower, since the visuals don't need to be there, let's lower that. Yeah, my favorite line for Calavane so far is, "So what do you want me to do about it?"
So what do you want me to do about it? Yeah. Your father should teach you. Your fucking father should teach you. Get out of here. I'm almost done with page 5.
Oh wow. Yeah, I just started the second page, the second thumbnail. You know, like the thumbnail, everything's in the thumbnail. Everything is in the thumbnail. So do not worry if that ends up taking you some study, because you really want to study the script. You really need to get that thumbnail right. Everything relies on the thumbnail, because if you're going to jump off the thumbnail to make your page, it's so important. It really can't be overstated. You want to spend as much time as you need to on the thumbnail. It's going to make your life so much easier as you go on. And since we're the creators here, we don't have like someone over us as a boss for this. We stick to the thumbnails because we've been in positions before where you don't stick to the thumbnails and things become hard. Things become harder. So if you want to make your life easier, you want to stick to the thumbnail, especially if it's a good one. If it's a shit one, throw it out. But oh, I got a good idea for the next panel too. Yeah, it's a good opportunity here for me to do like something, you know, when you introduce a character, which is basically what's happening right here, right now on this second page of issue 3 of Albatross Junction, is we have Calavane being introduced first with this kind of close-up, but you're not seeing too much. So what you want to do a lot of times is make a full body reveal. And Liefeld is like the master of the full body reveal. So I think in our story, what we could have is, you know, Calavane was in this seated position, but what I'm going to show is Calavane standing. And since he and Johnny are going to have this conversation, maybe they could even just be kind of having this conversation, but have this full body, almost Liefeld-esque reveal here. I'll have to think of a cool pose for Calavane. Like right now, I'm almost thinking he looks like Boba Fett or something standing there, but I don't know. Got to think of something really cool. But here, what we could do is really set the theme, set the tone of this background and the setting of where they're at, because they're actually in something that, to me, almost looks like a training center, like a Shaolin training room that's, you know, made of stone, dilapidated style building.
Ooh, half stucco, half stone.
Yeah, and it's like, you know how when it's deteriorating, you see through. So like maybe it's been painted a bunch of times. Like you probably, you know, think of like a building in Italy or Greece that was like painted 30 times, but all that's been fallen off in certain areas. Like the plaster fell off, and you see through that it's like concrete brick. So that's kind of the idea, where I want this background to really be, you know, and in the script, what I wrote is, and this is the type of thing that you like to get from the writer, I think, is something that makes you think of a place, or makes you think of an inspiration. One of the things I wrote for this area is I want you to think like Tomb Raider. So if you played the Tomb Raider video game, you know how there's like vines hanging down, and there's puddles, and there's water dripping, and there's rocks exposed, and there's like dilapidated building, and she's going through ruins, and that's the kind of place that I think Calavane's hanging out at. But yet it's right in the city square, you know, so it's kind of this dichotomy, like these two different places. Primal says his drawing. It's basically General Grievous as a basic white girl. A basic white. Whoa, General Grievous. So what? She have multiple arms, or she's robotic? How does she like General Grievous?
I already have bad thoughts about that one, man.
Primal says, I've honestly missed drawing funny stuff instead of being completely stressed. It's refreshing. Yeah, you know what? Like, Primal, I must have been having a lot of fun when I was a kid because I came across piles and piles of drawings, and I'll do a video. But I came across piles and piles of old drawings, and I was showing Kev like just small amount, and they're funny. Like half of them are jokes. Half of these things are jokes. I wasn't trying to like do anything.
It was good.
General Grievous as a sex bot. Oh my god.
As a what? What did you say?
As a sex bot.
That's not what he said.
What he said?
General Grievous as a sex bot. It'd be funny as hell. Don't you agree or not? You don't think so?
I think it'd be scary. You know what General Grievous as a sex bot would remind me of? Like those vampires in Bram Stoker's Dracula. They're all touching at the same time. They're all like sharing the same body.
Yo, wasn't there like? Didn't one of them have like another woman hanging out of her and shit?
Yeah, like I think like when they finally revealed themselves, like it was like
fucked
three
up.
women attached to each other, like
Siamese. It was fucked
up. Yeah,
up.
like Siamese twins.
Yeah, that was harsh, bro. That's
terrible.
Harsh.
And when I rewatched that movie like last year, I realized like they're arguing with like Dracula, saying like, "Oh, you know, can't we like we want to capture him or something?" And Dracula's like, "No, he's mine," or something. Like they're like, "No, please." He has like chase them away. He has to like get, you know, he has to get Primal. He has to go into a rampage to get rid of him. Primal says, no, it's basically a General Grievous with a Starbucks cup, a giant pair of glasses, and a small handbag.
Oh my god. So now you
and Uggs.
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire.
It's honestly so cursed.
Yeah, I don't know if you can be able to see this thumbnail clearly at all. See it?
Yeah, lightly, but yeah.
I don't think that helped.
Yeah, you can keep it here. So, like, basically, this side of the page is
that's good.
Caliban standing over a young Donovan.
Love
Donovan, he's tracking like he's being like a little tracker. So he says, "Yo, like, look, there's fucking tracks, blah blah blah. Up here is gonna be two tracks, like one big, one small." Where Donovan says, "It looks like someone is like teaching their young how to hunt," and they say ironic and shit like that. Then I have Caliban here saying, "Yo, that's how the world works. Sometimes the hunter becomes a hunted, blah blah blah." And then he's talking to him here, like little Donovan is standing next to Caliban to show how much smaller he is and shit. And he's like, "Yo, over there, like over there by the ridge or whatever the fuck, blah blah blah." And then this is where Caliban is like, "Yo, show me the Omega form now, blah blah blah." And then like I have Caliban outside of a panel, and he's kind of looking down on little Donovan here. And Donovan's like, right now, like right here, he's like, "Yo, there's no better time to fucking refocus yourself." And I'm gonna have like white silhouettes on either red or black on the bottom of him doing like some type of
nice.
It's gonna be dope.
Nice. Oh, and he's like doing that martial art at the bottom there.
Yeah, he's gonna be like doing some type of form.
That's great. Love it. I never would have thought of that opening shot that you had there. That's perfect for that.
Yeah, because I want Caliban to be like huge and kind of looming over him.
Oh man, that Kevin, that pic that you had of Caliban, the I don't know about the older one, but like the young Caliban.
Yeah,
I think that'd be a great trading card, man.
This guy, my boy right here is my boy. Is my boy.
Yeah, yeah, right there.
Caliban.
That'd be a great trading card.
Orange Book Comics. This is where it comes from. Just in case you didn't know, the Orange Book, baby. But one of them.
Yeah, we're gonna try to work it out to where you'll be able to go to orangebookcomics.com at some point and be able to get merch, but we're trying to work that out. I know some people waiting for T-shirts and shirts and stuff, but we're gonna try to figure out a way to do it where it's like the best way. Got to figure out the best way to do it.
Yeah.
We made some steps today getting to the merch store. We got Albatross.
You got 4 on back order already.
We got orangebookcomics.shop.com and some other ones. So we're gonna, because there's gonna be some other types of stories other than Albatross Junction. So rather than sending people to Albatross Junction to get this stuff, thought there should be an overarching place because there's going to be other stories, like Super Old and some other stories. So Felicia wants stickers. Primal says, I like the skull in the background. Kev finished, or is it a work in progress? I think it's a finished piece.
Oh, that's
right?
finished.
That
That's been up there for a minute. That is.
It looks like part of it has white out from this angle. It looks like part of it has white out from my angle.
Yeah. It kind of is like white paint in there. Some white paint in there.
White paint in there.
Up in there. Oh yeah, man.
Them boys is getting her done.
Get her done. What are you drawing right now, Ant?
Well, I'm making myself a little note because I'm not sure about the pose of. I'll zoom in a bit. I'm not sure about my Calavane pose here, so I just made a note to myself that I want it to be like a Layfeld like pose there, and then you have little Johnny kind of talking to him there, and then in the background we see the setting that they're in. The top panel is basically Calavane saying, does your mother know you're here, etc. And I think that happens here. That's a little word bubble here, but here there's I think they talk about Donovan a little bit in this script there. And then they're having this discussion here about the training and stuff. That's page 2. And then page 3, I think, is more involved, but I was thinking, about just the coolest pose possible here for Calavane to show him in his glory. So I'm not positive about this style pose. I got to figure that out. But the placement, I think, is okay. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I like it. I dig it, man.
Because here I feel like he's maybe this is the back of him, or he's in silhouette. So when we see him here, we could see him for the first time with that eye, right? And then here we'll see his entire body.
Yeah.
That would be a decent reveal. And this will be a great place to kind of do the pose, like the different poses for Johnny that you wanted to do. So if we wanted to do something with his arm, it's a great place to do that. I mean, anywhere. He's even pretty prominent here. Like this mask of black right here is him as well, Johnny. He's kind of there as he just walked into this second floor.
Dope.
Sounds good. Definitely cool.
Page 5 is that's done by Kevin on 16. Yeah. So what we've done in the past is copy. Like if we mix and match thumbnails, we do a copy, a little photocopy, and I'll actually tape that in right here. So we have the flow. When I go in to do the pencils, everything will be in one place. I'll be able to just, look at what page 2 is, look at my little notes, not have to think as much. Like the thinking part has to happen now about how to treat each page. And, it's actually really good if you do them in line like I'm doing, because then I can see, like I don't repeat anything. I can see how to make the next thing dynamic, what the flow was. Primal says, "Oh, your boy finally made it to the final season of Clone Wars again, and I'm already getting sad." Were you rewatching Clone Wars? Yeah, it's like better than the movies they got. They did a better job with the character development there than they could in the movie. In the movie, it had to be lines. They just told you what happened. In the Clone Wars cartoon, you actually see what happened.
All right, so I'm gonna turn on the iron.
We're gonna play a couple of short videos here that I didn't get a chance to play yet.
Where's my sandwich?
Original All Life member from Brooklyn.
Win. You have a 30-day notice to pay your full debt.
That's great.
Addicted to money.
You know of whom I speak.
Into a land filled with darkness came a little girl with a mission.
Please, no!
Your move, creep.
She became known as Rain Bright.
That guy's eye was glowing. That dinosaur's eye was glowing like Caliban.
Oh, it's funny as hell.
That was the best.
It had the red glow.
Got the glow.
Yeah,
Got the glow.
Caliban's like dead eye to be white though. That's a good dead eye color.
Dead eye. Dead eye, red eye. Shit. That's my guy right there. Shit.
Caliban. This sounds pretty awesome too, though. Caliban.
Caliban.
Well, isn't it from what do you call it? Clash of the Titans. That monster's name was Calibus, right?
Oh, really?
Something like that.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. The devil-looking dude.
Yeah, the one that killed all the Pegasus the forces.
I love
Except
that. I love
the
the old movies the best, yo.
It is, right? I thought it was
Love
way
that shit.
better than the updated one. The updated one was
That
all
movie-
right, but it
That
wasn't as
movie
dope
was
as the old
fucking
one.
magic to me when I was a kid.
Right?
Like
love the
Golden Owl,
sword in
I
it,
wanted
too.
one. I wanted one.
The sword was kicking though.
That shit was dope. That shit was dope.
Primal's rewatching and regretting. He said his heart ripped out. Clone Wars is honestly my favorite thing in Star Wars, period. You got all the DVDs. Like, I got all the DVDs for that, but I guess it's easier to push play on one of the services if it plays it. I got all the Clone Wars DVDs that I watch from time to time. Anytime I hear Deadeye thing, I just see Red Dead Redemption, says Primal. Yeah, me too. That's what I was saying before. Like, I've been playing it lately, and it's just absolutely insane. Like, where they take you in the game. I had no idea because I never really finish a game. Like, the last game I finished was Knights of the Old Republic, I think in 2005. Like, the second one, I finished the first one and the second one. Since then, I never finished games. Like, I just dropped games, and I had Red Dead. And I got to like 40% and I stopped playing. That's the story mode. And recently I picked it up again. I started from 0, went back up. I got to 60-something%. And the places they take you are crazy. I had no idea. I had no idea you even get out of the country, but they take you out of the country, put you in Caribbean island. It's nutty. It's nutty. Felicia says, as long as it's not pink eye. Yeah, for sure. I don't want pink eye either. That's a bad memory. Like having pink eye, that's bad. Because like you just touched your eye, like because you're like, I must have touched my fucking eye. Like there's no other way. Primal says the amount of time I have in Red Dead Redemption 2 is a little alarming. I don't even want to look, but I like spending time in there. That's a fun one because like it's not. I feel like it's not that much of a waste. Like I feel like you do a lot in there. Like you're hunting. I'm cleaning my guns. I'm buying new guns. I'm training horses. I'm skinning animals. I'm rescuing maidens.
Damn, sounds like my type of game.
Like just last night, somebody was like on a horse screaming. They're like, "I'm being kidnapped," and I thought it was a replay of a recent one that I kind of like the girl kind of like, even though I saved her, she like went away, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna walk away." But I saved this girl who said she was being kidnapped, and I brought her back home or something. Or no, this one didn't even want to be brought back home. She was like, you know what? Because like I killed the guy who was kidnapping her, right? She's on the back of the horse. She was smart. She goes, thank you for helping, and she got on the horse of the dead guy and rode away. I was like, there you go. That's how you help. That's how you help it. That horse is just sitting there doing nothing. So rather than having me like bring her back home, she just rode the horse back home. Perfect. And I got the points. Primal, it's not much, just 14 days and 20 hours of time, just a quickie. Wow, 2 weeks. So that was like a good spring break and a half. That's like 2 spring breaks up in Red Dead.
That's funny.
But that's good though. I mean, it's a fun one. And you know what? I've been watching some of these videos. Like I watch people play Elden Ring, and I watch people play video games like every Saturday and Sunday. I'm watching people play video games. This one, and I'm sure they're playing like Elden Ring on PS5 and stuff. I don't know, like if I'm just being silly, but it doesn't even look as good as fucking Red Dead on my PlayStation 4. I don't know. So I might just, I might have a complex where I just like Red Dead too much, but I'm like, those games on that PS5 don't even look as good to me. I was watching people hack away on Elden Ring. I'm like, I'd rather shoot people with the bolt action rifle. It's more like realistic. And then you got to clean the gun.
Crazy.
Yeah, you know what?
I pulled up some pictures of his paintings for Primal.
Oh, okay, let me.
Yeah, go for it, man. Oh, sorry, guys.
Check it out. Check it out. Let me see if you can see any of this.
Oh, wow.
So that is nice.
Yeah. It's one of them.
Yeah, there's a woman with a lot on her mind.
This is another.
We need a website for these.
It's another joint, Primal. I don't know if you can see it. It's another one. Yeah. This was everybody's favorite. Let me look for it. This was everybody's favorite right here.
Yeah.
Right there.
Now that's what you call brainstorming.
Yo, I guarantee. Oh, I'm about to say, I guarantee you that's the moment when Primal went to take a leak.
You scared the piss out of him.
I didn't see. Thank you, sir. This is crazy.
I don't think I've streamed video games on YouTube at all, but I think I could. But I've done it on Twitch before. Felicia says, I love the fence one.
What's that?
First one, maybe she meant first one.
Oh.
There we go. That's good.
Yeah, so Kev, tell me what you were saying at the beginning of the video about going back and forth. Because let me see if you write it here.
What do you mean going back and forth?
When we're in the beginning and we're talking about Markella shopping and Drovin, because when I look ahead to page 3 here, it says that we're back with Markella. So we're with Calavane and Johnny, and then we go back to Markella. Did you have a different idea of how?
Yeah, what I was saying was, I think we should, instead of going straight to Calavane and Johnny, we should go to the old woman. Like when after Markella tells Johnny, come back, meet me at the shop at Chef's. You know what I'm saying? We show Johnny just run off, and then the old lady comes right now and talks to Markella, gets that out the way, and then we shoot to Calavane and Johnny. And then we show like Calavane's young face when he's just looking down on Johnny, like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this kid? And then we go to the flashback with his we show his old face looking down on Johnny, then we go to the flashback where he's young looking at Donovan.
Right.
Page 4.
Okay, so what I might do here is like change maybe make this my page 2, page 3, if we're gonna have the old woman scenario right there, but that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, sounds like it coming together good. Definitely the men with the plan.
Yeah, we'll change this around, but that's why I have a lot of open space in this book, so I can flip things around.
Music's on point tonight, bro.
Yeah. You know, I was going to play this like Lord of the Rings theme video that I've been playing to myself for the past couple days, but I read more about the copyright thing, and I didn't want it to take down the video, so I didn't. But there's this like YouTube video where they have like Middle Earth tunes, and you can just sit there, pretend you're in Lord of the Rings for 3 hours without watching the movie.
That's cool.
Oh, Primal says, Space, have you played the Arkham games yet? He won't stop until I do. I have to still play the Arkham games. I have not played the Arkham games yet. You know, that's
Batman?
Because
he's persistent.
Yeah, because I'm on this kick right now.
I just loaded that up. Yeah, you are fucking up by not playing Arkham Asylum, bro. Or Arkham
but
City,
don't you think Red Dead is equal, or
it's Red Dead is just Red Dead. I told you, as I always told, I had to quit that shit because it was taking up too much time, and it's that's another life, bro. It's a second life. I was like, nah, this is too deep. I can't play this shit. But Batman, when I had Batman, whenever it came out years ago, I dove in. That shit was fun, bro. That shit was so fun. It was crazy. And it's wicked. It's a wicked game, yo. It's a wicked game.
Yeah, it is.
Yo, I drove around. I'm like, yo, I'm Batman. Like, I'm Batman.
Oh, you drive
Batman,
around,
bro? Hell yeah, you got what? And you can get different skins. You could be Michael Keaton with the Michael Keaton Batmobile. You could be whoever the fuck you want to be.
All right, I'm gonna play this next.
It's insane.
I have a couple good games here, though. I have Jedi Fallen Order unfinished. I have that game that
Batman
you
is
gave
a
me,
must,
Kev.
bro.
It's
Batman
called
is a must.
Detroit.
Detroit is fire too.
I have that here. I have Resident Evil 3. I don't know if it's good. I never played it. I have the Mordor game. That's supposed to be pretty good. And Danny's got the Cyberpunk unopened. I could open that. I could play that. What was the other game I had? I have another game too that's supposed to be really good. And I basically never play these games.
There's no time to play fucking video games. Only game I play these days is Fortnite with my kids.
I like how you said that was cross-platform. That's something that surprised me. Or like they can be on their Nintendo. You're on something else. What the hell is that about?
Yeah, that shit is fire.
Primal says Arkham City, the second game in the series, is in my top 3 games of all time.
Ever. Best game. One of the best games ever.
As is Red Dead.
One of the best games ever. What?
As is Red Dead.
Yeah. Red Dead 2 was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That shit.
I bet you there's some impactful stuff that happens there because there's starting to be some friction like between the characters. So like I'm in Red Dead, I'm about 60%. There's starting to be some friction between the gang members in my gang. So I'm like, ooh, I think something's about to pop off. There's going to be some kind of spoiler and not spoiler, some kind of breakup. I think some kind of reveal that's going to happen.
Marston gang, whatever the fuck it's called.
Something. The Duchess gang. Felicia says that's what Robert Pattinson is saying. I am Batman.
He is Batman. He is fucking Batman.
Have y'all seen the new Batman already?
No, you Mundo?
No, but a lot of people are saying it was good.
I heard that shit is great.
Yeah, our friend Gina saw it twice. Went to the theater twice to see it. She loved it both times. She's a big movie goer,
movie buff. Yeah, she's a movie buff.
Yeah. So she says it's that good. It's got to be worth it. But I don't know. I'm thinking of like I've been to the movies a bunch like in the past year or two, but I don't know that I want to go for this one. I don't know.
Well, it's coming out on HBO Max. It's gonna come
out. It was like April 29th. It's coming out. I'm like, that seems like it's pretty soon. I think I can wait until April 29th.
Oh fuck! It's coming out April 29th on HBO Max.
Something like that. Kevin told me the date. It sounded soon. I was like, you know what? That doesn't.
It's like April something. So they said 46 days after its release in the theaters.
Not bad.
It's not bad at all.
It'll be.
I'm gonna. I'll be in Vegas April 27th.
Going to Vegas?
Yeah, bro.
Oh shit.
My brother-in-law and I are gonna go watch the NFL draft, bro.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy.
Gonna go commit some sins.
Lucifer Morningstar, as in.
Exactly. Yes, exactly. So tell me.
What is the agency?
Muno wants to win some money.
Yeah.
Sins.
Mundo, don't let this happen to you. If that happens, run. If that happens, Mundo, run.
Well, if I'm not back by that Wednesday, you know something happened. If I'm not on. Maybe I win the jackpot or something.
Yeah, but you'd still be on. You'd probably be on.
Of course I would still be on. What are you thinking? You know I always be on, bro. Come on now. The only way I would never be on is if I'm either dead or in the hospital, bro.
See that? See, we ain't paying Mundo. That's why I know money ain't gonna stop him.
No.
Money ain't gonna stop him. Because I ain't paying him, so how is money gonna get in the way?
This is the Mandalorian we're talking about here.
Either way.
It took me my whole life. But I'm gonna die a winner.
That's how I'm gonna feel in Vegas.
Yo, he looks crazy, bro. He looks crazy. Came in his pants.
He won a lot. I'm gonna cause Mundo to like drag the solder across his circuit board.
Ouch. Not fun. I just dropped some solder on my fingers.
Hey. Yeah, we don't want to do that. You all right?
Love the way Mundo says solder. Love it. Oh, for Batman, Primal says, I've seen it, an easy 8 out of 10. Honestly, the next movie, or if there is a third movie, I want a live-action Mr. Freeze. Not that Arnold wasn't amazing, but I want an actual serious version. Yeah, like in the cartoons and stuff, you know, Mr. Freeze is actually pretty sad and crazy. It's pretty sad, you know, actually. Like they could, that in the film would be good. That would do, you know, because you kind of can't fault Mr. Freeze for what he's doing. He's like he wanted, you know, his love of his life to be alive. I mean, now he's just heartbroken. So you can kind of understand Mr. Freeze, but he is one of my favorite villains too. But I love some of the Arnold lines, like was what did he say to Robin? Chill out, bird boy.
Yeah,
there's a couple
like
of some lines that he had.
You have to admit, there was some cool lines like that.
No pun intended. Cool lines.
You got that? You got that right away.
But those movies, I've only seen, I think, the once. I've never, ever went and watched them again. Maybe it's worth it. Felicia says, I don't know, those Arnold one-liners are hard to top. Yeah. Well, they would be two different Mr. Freezes. Like, if there was a new movie with Mr. Freeze, I hope it would be like that really tortured Mr. Freeze that we see in the cartoons, because his wife has, you know, he's trying to save her life and it's not working, and I think he himself, I forget the whole story, he himself is halfway dead too or something.
Yeah, well, that was one of the reasons why he did that, because
he needs like the cold
he was
going.
well, wasn't that his thing was the genetic cryogenics was his main focus on research was cryogenics, and then when his wife got
was like a researcher,
and
that's kind of the cool thing about Batman. All his enemies are smart. All his enemies are really intelligent.
Yeah,
they're all like doctors and stuff, like Dr. Edward Nygma. It was like Poison Ivy's like an expert at plants, you know. Joker's like some kind of like twisted genius or some, you know, Mr. Freeze is some kind of doctor. You got all these some kind of scientists. They all end up being enemies of Batman.
I really like the what, you know, I think we talked about this before, but what was your take on the Joaquin Phoenix Joker?
Oh, I love that shit.
I thought it was pretty good because of the you get to see the change of psychosis within him.
I think he was in the asylum the whole movie.
You think so?
Yeah, man. I think that was all in his fucking head.
Well, I don't know. I kind of like
Shutter Island. It's like a Shutter Island type of thing.
Kind of like a backstory.
Yeah, I think it was just like kind of made up. Like he made up his whole narrative. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Because you know how like Joker's origin is unknown.
Right.
So no one is ballsy enough to show you what the Joker's origin is after all these years. So I think this is just like, it's just another trick. You know what I mean?
That's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, man. It's just
I like the city as a character in that movie. I'm always looking at the background and like for special effects reasons. I've always been into like the backdrop of a movie and on where they filmed it. Is it filmed in Canada, but it's supposed to be New York? You know, is it filmed in
That's
LA,
usually the
but it's
case, ain't it?
supposed to be Chicago? You know, like I'm always looking at stuff like that. And in Joker, I really felt like they, you know, I'm always looking for like, oh, that's a 1980s car, but this is supposed to be 1970s. Like I'm looking for mistakes, and I felt like with the Joker, they got it as right as it could be gotten. As far as New York, you know, 1970 something New York, I thought that looked like it to me. That was a good character to have that in the movie, and to actually be in New York. You know, they were actually in New York filming that. Like a short time after that movie came out, I was, I think we were walking by that staircase, if I remember. There was people taking pictures. Like I think either someone told me this or I was walking by that area. That like normally that area didn't have that many people, but that big scene within the Joker where he's like I think dancing up and down the stairs.
No, bro. That area is horrible, bro. That shit is in the Bronx. It's the
then you have people like taking pictures, like
yeah, and then you
going there to like take photos, and
you're gonna get robbed if you think it's cute. Yeah, you gotta do that
Primal
shit like
says,
8 in the morning. You can't do that shit.
Primal says you'll like the movie. It really has the detective work was done really good. Yeah, that's what I've always been looking forward to in this movie was seeing the detective Batman like they've been promising, and then like the color palette being like all red and black and stuff. That's something I enjoy too, like seeing stuff like that, and I'm excited to see Batman be a detective because that's something that they basically skipped over in the previous movies, and a lot of the other stuff that I like to see, I'm not sure is going to be present in this, but I feel like they also dropped the ball on like the martial arts stuff from the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises. I felt like they dropped the ball on the martial arts stuff. I felt like Batman Begins had something to it, where in regards to, you know, ninjas and sword fighting and armor and stuff like that, and even the mentality of like a ninja or of being enemies with somebody in Ra's al Ghul. But in the second and the third movie, Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, I don't feel like it did as good of a job. And the third one was like an abomination as far as martial arts goes. It was terrible. Like there's people on YouTube that, you know, like just like they did for the Rise of Skywalker and the Last Jedi, like fight scenes, they slowed them down and they point out like how crappy they are. They did that to the scene with like Bane and stuff, where their whole city's like kind of having a fist fight, and some of that stuff is so goofy and bad when you kind of look closely, you know.
Oh wow, yeah.
Like even like the punches don't even connect and stuff. It's so bad. Whereas I think like a Batman film should kind of be a lot about the punching and the kicking. Now Primal says, if I'm going to have a backstory, I prefer it to be multiple choice, says the Joker. Yeah, see, so I mean that supports what Kevin was saying. That supports it.
Yeah, man.
All right, you know what? I think we're gonna wrap up the stream right here.
Yeah,
Kevin, are you drawing anything that you want to show us?
I just finished the thumbnails for page 6. So
I didn't know you were working ahead. Let's see.
Check me out. So this is little Donovan practicing his form. Calavane is in the background, way in the background, doing the same thing, but giving him directions like tuck your chin, lower your stance, all this other shit, blah blah blah. And then like you're gonna hear like a thump, and like that fucking mecha, that mecha tech bear shit is like gonna be stomping on some animal here with his little cute fucking cub behind him, like ooh, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Then like little Donovan to look up like, oh shit, like they're over there. Then this is gonna be like a close up of the cutesy little bear fucking eating, you know what I'm saying? And then this is and then this is gonna be a pan out of like you see like Calavane and Donovan standing in the corner looking up at the mama bear, kind of like on a cliff looking over her little baby eat. So this is gonna set up like the danger, like, you know, if I kill mama, she's gonna fall on top of the baby, you know what I mean?
Oh wow.
Well,
Yeah,
also
so
we say in the dialogue too that like I kind of made that very clear in the dialogue there, which it says something like his area of effect of his weapon is going to kill both of them. So he kind of knows that because of like the power upgrade that Calavane
get
did.
all fucked up. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Well, Kev, thanks for being here tonight and doing those thumbnails. We got a lot done. You know, getting the thumbnail done really means that you got the page done.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If we got 2 done by you, 2 done by me, that means we got 4 pages done.
I mean,
in an evening. That's pretty good.
It's kind of cool to show, like, because I got the old thumbnails here in comparison to the printed book, which is kind of dope. So like I can show you this shit, how close it is to the thumbnail, which is kind of bugged out. Hold on, pull this up. Pull this up.
Pull it up, man. Pull it up,
man.
Pull that shit up.
So you can see how, like, this was the thumbnail. Like,
look at that.
Donovan falling. And, like, this was the page.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the page of Donovan falling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it stayed true to the thumbnail. It really did.
Dude, that's freaking sweet, man.
It stayed real true to the thumbnail. It's fucking dope. Or even remember the page with where he's kind of like he's coming to and it's like his eyes are opening. That's that's that right there.
Yeah.
So it's the same exact thing. So like, yeah, I mean, doing the thumbnails pretty much. Ann and I definitely stayed, you know, close to the thumbnail, like, and that ended up being this page. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's good, man. It's good shit, man. It's good shit. Definitely necessary.
Yeah, necessary. That's the word.
Necessary. It's necessary.
Necessary.
Shit necessary,
Primal says, okay, see you later, fellas. Nice job, guys. Thanks, Primal.
All right, Primal, man. All right, Primal, man. Have a good night,
Have a good night, bro.
We will be here next week as well. We'll figure out either some more thumbnails we'll show you guys, or if we're progressing beyond that, we'll show you some penciled art, some inking stuff, something for Albatross issue number 3. That's what we're working on right now, and that's what we're gonna get done pretty quickly, because it's not a super long book this time. So we're gonna
it's a regular comic book.
Yeah, and you know, show you guys a process all along the way, like we do here on Comic Book Creation Live. So when you string all the content together, you will see the entire book coming together, as you did last time. We showed you from the beginning to being at the printers to actually taking delivery of the book. So if you want to see how a comic book is made, slow version, go check out those older videos. Subscribe right here to Comic Book Creation Live. We also have another channel. It seems to be like hidden by YouTube, Comic Book Creation. But subscribe right here, Comic Book Creation Live, and we will be posting shorter videos on here as well as you know, the live videos that we do on Wednesday.
Yeah, man.
And,
yeah, man.
Mundo, thank you for being here tonight and hanging out.
Always, man. It's always a pleasure coming on with you guys.
Yeah, Mundo is actually in the story. Mundo's in the story. If you want to check out Albatross Junction, there may, depending on when you watch this video, there may be time to still get volume 1. I'll put the link in the description as soon as I go off air here, and you'll be able to see that in the description. Mundo's in the story. You could become part of the story if you choose Citizen of Albatross Junction. Those are all sold out for the first issue, but check back when we throw up the second volume, issue 3, and you might have another chance to actually get into the world, become a character, or just stop by and pick up an issue of Albatross Junction.
Yo, and shout out to everybody who did buy that Citizen of Albatross Junction package. I was surprised we got off so many of those.
That was awesome. I mean, we sold out of those, so that was really cool. Thank you to everyone that did that. There's been some drops in issue 3 already of some of the people that have some name drops. So these are going to be ongoing characters. When you become a citizen of Albatross Junction, when you do that tier, it's not just a one-time thing. You're actually in the story as we go forward. You use your character being in and out of the story. So that's pretty cool. You can check that out through the Indiegogo link I will put there. So check back here, subscribe here, and come back next time when we will do another comic book creation live. Have a great night, everybody.
All right, fellas. All
Later,
right,
guys.
Later on.
Later.
Albatross Junction. What an incredible book. I'd like to give this my highest recommendation. Albatross Junction by Anthony and Kevin. One of the finest books that Indie Comics has ever produced. I do want to recommend Albatross Junction with all my heart. This is really spectacular. And there's a sketch inside of me being a big fat slob. Cyberfrog over my shoulder, some pie, and it looks like looming death. There's death looming over me here. You guys, I mean, I'll do this anyway. I mean, I will promote your comics. If they look great like that one actually does look, I'd be happy to promote your comics. And I did also get a whole big stack of trading cards. These guys, Andrea went through these and was like, these are beautiful. Why don't your trading cards look this good? And I was like, there are trading cards. We're doing them together. You think you're putting me down. You're putting us down. This is a group effort, sweetheart, and don't you forget it. So good stuff. The book is called Albatross Junction, and I do want to promote that today. Hello, everyone. Hello in the chat.